My name is Talya, and today we're gonna start this new knitting reading vlog. It's Monday today, new week, and last week I was sharing with you this sweater that I was knitting, and it was almost finished. The only thing what I was missing is to woven in the ends and sew in buttons. So yeah, I went to shop, pick up some thread because apparently I didn't had light color thread. They had just white, but it was good enough for me. So we'll try to show you how I did it. So I just saw these simple buttons. They are like I don't know, wooden or coconut. Don't know exactly, but yeah, I'm happy how they look. I wove in all the ends and I'm quite satisfied with end result. We'll try to move a little back to show you sweater better. So it's look kind of like that. It's not long, it's quite, it's also not cropped. My jean starts around here, so yeah, made the split hem. It's a little longer here. Um, After I knit this sweater in recycle denim yarn, recycled jeans yarn. Yeah, I really like how it feels. It's like it's not woolly sweater at all. It's more like cotton, but like raw cotton. It's hard to explain, but I like it. The only thing after I wash it, it kind of like shrink a bit. I expected to have more positive ease. I have some, but not that much, and I wanted to achieve a little longer sleeve. These sleeves, I thought they're gonna roll them a bit, but I don't think that will be a case, because if I roll this, they're like bracelet length, so it's gonna stay unrolled. But I like how it sits, so I'll probably make one more sweater like this, but then I will go with probably with more increases that I can have more positive ease on a sweater and maybe wider sleeves. With this one I also was playing yarn chicken, so I was decreasing sleeves quite a lot to save on yarn. I had maybe 2 balls of blue left, but I almost didn't have any of light color. So yeah, probably gonna need one more sweater like this, but yeah, I will don't need one more like this. So I probably will make this dark and then with light stripes. Yeah, so that's the first finished object this week. It wasn't a lot to finish, but I still finished, so I'm happy that I make this. Yeah, and later I hope to show you more progress that I made. See you! Hi, today is Tuesday. I finished with work for today and I'm gonna show you 2 more finished projects. I feel like this week it's a week when I'm finishing a lot of things, and that feels really nice and good, since last week I was working on a lot of stuff but did not finish them. But yeah, today in the morning I started, no, that's not true. Yesterday I used almost all evening to put together previous videos, since I wasn't doing this for a long time. I forgot and was struggling with all the things, but I made this. And after this I started to making the lining inside of this bag and installing the zipper. And I was telling you before, it's not my favorite thing. I can knit a couple of more bags and will be happy about this, but sewing stuff inside, even that it's not taking that long time, it's not something what I like, and it's not something what I feel like comfortable doing. it's not comfortable. Confidence to do this, probably that's better word. It's like I'm doing something, but I'm not really sure what I will, how that's gonna work out. So, but it worked out. I started yesterday, did not completely finish a bag, but I was almost done today in morning when I wake up and delivered my son to bus to school. I finished the bag before I went to work. So I used some fabric what I have at home. Um, I cannot tell you what the fabric is, like cotton fabric. I used this, it was like cuts for quilting cuts or something like this, but it's quite thin. I don't know if that can be used for a quilt. Yeah, it's quite thin fabric. I made the measurements of a bag before I started this, then I saw a lining, um, saw the corners together, and install the zipper. I probably did not install it as it should be installed. People who saw, they know more about this, but I just do that this working. I had one bag like this before. I installed zipper there, so I know how it's gonna look. So now my bag look something like that. Think it's quite cute, like the color, and ta-da! I finished also the smaller one. I was happy that I actually finished this. I feel like I achieved something. I could do this, so I decided to don't leave for long like another one back and just make it. So I sat down and finished this one also. It had similar fabric inside, but just in like different colors. I will show you this too in comparison. So this was like lighter, more greenish, this one more bluish. But yeah, this one is quite cute. It's quite small, but I really like it also. It's, I think like a project pair of socks can be easily be there. So I like it. Or I can use this to carry something with me. So it's a bigger size and it's smaller size. I probably gonna write the pattern because this time I wrote everything how I made that. So I'm gonna probably write the pattern and yeah, gonna be ready soon. So that's a positive thing. I have also something kind of like negative. And before I was showing you this cover for pillow, and I was telling you that I gonna be knitting the back side of the pillow also, and I knitted. Then I understood that even if when I was trying to measure all right, I didn't because I was playing yarn chicken, and then I realized I don't like how it looks. So I wanted first to make it completely in this gray color, but I didn't have enough of gray color. I had also some light color, so I decided to use them both and like stripe them. Then at some part I ran out of both of them and decided to use them pink, what I'm gonna use for next, a pillowcase. And it was okay, but then in the end I realized I don't like colors. I'm gonna show you that I did not rip it back because first this yarn is really hard to rip back because I washed and block it, and second yeah, I didn't figure out what to do with this yet. So yeah, so that's the like front of a pillow, and that I was imagining will be a back of a pillow, and I didn't like the combination. I didn't like, so I thought I gonna go to shop again and buy this gray yarn again. And I really didn't want it because I have some yarn in stash, but I didn't have any of that yarn in stash, and I just checked it's yarn what had 160 meters in 100 gram, so it's quite thick yarn, and I normally have a lot of finger and way yarn in my stash, or something similar to that. So I went through my stash and I actually find some yarn. It's not that thick like that. And yeah, but I'm gonna do this anyway. So it's a gray yarn. I have no clue what this yarn is. Uh, how many meters per 100 gram or anything like this. I just weighed this. I had around 180 grams. I have no clue where I get this yarn from. If I bought this, if I get this from someone, it was wound in a ball and was lying in my yarn, so made this in a cake just to see if there's some, like if this is one string of yarn or there's a couple of connected, but it's just all one, so I have no clue. Maybe it's acrylic, but it's like, have this like tweets. It's brown. No, it's a gray and have brown and black tweets, and it's not that color. On the camera, it's look lighter, but it's a little lighter as that. But I decide as for backing of this pillow, gonna be okay, or at least I think like now. Before I thought that will be okay also. Yeah, but I will try to do this. I'm also knitting this on 5mm needles, and I measure how much stitches I need to make a back of the pillow, since it's not the same yarn, so I have another gauge for this. But I'm gonna do this and we will see if I'm gonna have enough. I hope I'm gonna have enough, but we will see later. So yeah, that was that for day. See you next day. Hi. We are in position of ducking hands again. Today's Sunday and I'm gonna show you one more fail part finished project, because I'm really struggling with this backing of this pillow. I make back again. I wanted to make this like in two parts, so one is bigger and then my idea was then another will be smaller, will go like from this side to around here, overlap, and then this way we will achieve like closing of a pillow where you can put inside. But as you can see, even without blocking, this part is that much wider as another one, and I just counted that it's around 10 stitches. And yeah, this is not fabric, so I cannot simply cut it or something like this, so I will need to do this all again. So I'm gonna be sitting and ribbing back this part and winding yarn together again. So yeah, it's again going not as I planned, so I'm gonna sit and make some small video to finish this vlog, and then let's hope next week it's gonna go as it's planned. So I was planning to record weekly video, but then I lost my grandma, so I asked for vacation at work and needed to go to her burial right away. I'm from Ukraine. I'm living in Denmark already for many years, and since now it's war in Ukraine, airplanes isn't going, so it's not easy trip. Me and my husband, we got in a car and was driving for like 18 hours to get there in time. So yeah, I couldn't really making video about knitting. It wasn't really on my mind that time, but I'm gonna show you all what I made during the time what I wasn't there. It's not that much, but still want to share this with you. So the first thing I was showing you before that I was finishing these bags. This is, oh, it have something in, so it's maybe looks strange now. This is the bigger size, smaller size, and that's my previous. Also in the bigger size look different because it's different colors, but otherwise they are same size. And if you would like test knit this bag, please write to me and I will contact you. And yeah, because I'm starting I wrote the pattern due to that I needed to go out of the country for a couple of days. I didn't send it for all testers yet, so if you would like to test knit, just write me and I will send you this pattern. It's knitted in a 2-strand of finger and weight yarn, or a strand of finger and strand of lace yarn. In this linen stitch, it's quite easy construction. Top down, you knit first in the round, then you form the bottom by knitting flat, sewing corners together, putting linen in, sewing the zipper, and it's done. It's have 2 sides and it's quite easy knit. Yeah, but let's see. So if you want to test knit, contact me and I will send the pattern to you. So now let's talk what I have in this bag. So here I have things would take in crazy amount of time to knit, but I hope that the finished object will be great as I imagine this. So this is the pattern. I don't know how good you can see this. It's look more like hairpin stitch. I'm knitting this in that direction, but then when I'm gonna be assembling the project, it's gonna be like I work in horizontal lines, but when I will be assembling the project, it will be like vertical lines. If it makes sense, I'm holding here because I didn't make a couple of stitches to the end. It takes forever to knit, but I hope it's gonna be worth it. I'm making this in yarn, in content similar to this yarn art, so it's actually really similar. It's also 165 grams meters, and it's also 50% cotton and 50 acrylic. It's really similar yarn. Yeah, I choose this yarn since it will be a bag, and I didn't want to make it fully in the cotton because for me cotton is quite hard on my hands to knit, and this one is more flexible, so I decided to knit in this one and try also. So yeah, I already connected and working through second of balls in each color. So yeah, I expect that this bag will be around 300 grams. It's 50-gram balls and I connected second, so when I finish with this it will be what, 200 grams. Yeah, let's see how that's gonna work out. And when I'm gonna be finished with this, I counted now, made some stitch markers for myself, and I'll try to show. Here I was when I last time made the video and show you this, so it's rolling a bit before blocked. So I was here, and then I make that progress. That's a lot. I put first marker when we started to drive into Ukraine, and then make what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, and then I made stitch marker on the way back, and I knit for 3 rows. And then I put the marker today in the morning on this white line, what you see, and I measured this today when we come home. And if I'm calculated right, I need to make 7 more rows in this part. It's not 7, it's 14 because you knitted right side and then wrong. So 14 more rows, 7 stripes, and then I will be finishing this panel, and then there should be also side panels for this bag. So yeah, excited. That's one thing. That's in my pink bag. Put in back together to remember. And in my another bag, it's a back panel for this pillowcase that I'm also making. I was showing you that before. It's a front of a pillowcase, look like that. And I'm knitting the back for it. And I was showing you all the trouble what I had before. First, I started this in this yarn, but was making stripe pattern, didn't like it, didn't have enough yarn. I find some yarn in a stash. It's not exactly the same color and it's probably acrylic, but it's quite soft acrylic and have some have some like tweed nubs in the brown and black. Yeah, it's not exactly same tone, but it will be back of the pillow. I'm okay with that. So I'm knitting this one. Before I was showing you also that I had the trouble because I didn't really make a swatch. I casted out a couple of stitches saying like, it should be around this. Then I make almost all back and understand that it's too wide. So I ripped it all again and now I'm knitting this again. I have no clue how much last time when I was showing you, I have no clue how much I was in, but I make the stitch marker for myself when I was leaving to see how much I will work, because this was the project that I could work while we was driving. My husband was driving, so I could knit in the car while I could see I was working on the back with herringbone stitch pattern. And when it already was dark, I was knitting this because it just knit and knit and knit all the time. So I was knitting on this. I think I have around half of a pillow. Let's maybe try to measure how much is here. That's front. Yeah, I have even more than a half of a cover. Yeah. So I'm probably gonna make some progress on this tomorrow or maybe in evening, don't know, but because today I will try to work on the back. I took a vacation, as I told, for go to Ukraine, and I took short vacation with short notice. So today is my last day. We come today in the morning, in the middle of the night, and now it's already 2 o'clock. But I believe I can make that 7 rows today. Yeah, and I have one finished object since last time. I don't know if you remember my sweater, but I made the sweater in this light color with dark color stripe, and I have some leftovers, so I decided to make like some small shawl for myself. I washed this and blocked this before we was before I get the news, so it was lying and drying here all the time while we wasn't here. So I didn't even really try this or look. So it's look like this in front. It's made in garter stitch, and this is the back. Look different, but yeah, my plan to have it something like that. Don't know how I should bend this nicely. I guess I'm gonna figure it out. Something like that. Yeah, it's actually look quite fun. I like it. I think with jeans jacket or something like this. It's a yarn what I used for this. It is recycled jeans yarn. Yeah, actually quite happy with that. Maybe not with the t-shirt, but jeans jacket will be nice. Yeah, that's kind of like was all from me. I hope that next week I will could make like really like week video as I was planning before, but we're gonna see. Right now I will try to work on my back and maybe cake all that yarn what I brought and plan what I will do after what. Yeah, I hope you're all well. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye.